Hello, welcome to Biblical Hot Topics. Mm, I was just sitting here and I was just thinking about all that's going on with COVID-19, and now we're supposed to have a new virus coming out, and all the controversy about um, people not wanting to take the vaccination, especially our people, the Israelites. And for good reason, because we have been duped into situations and used as guinea pigs in the past, and so now we're just to the point where the trust is just not there. But we have the media trying to control the narrative to where the vaccination is so much needed. And then I saw celebrities that came on and tried to encourage us to take the vaccination. I also heard that, and I don't know how true this is, so I'm going to say allegedly, that our people was given marijuana blunts, okay, to in exchange for taking the vaccination. Now that scares me. Why is it so important that we take this vaccination? I mean, it's like we're here in our captivity, and to be honest, we just not haven't had a lot of love here. We just haven't over the years. I mean, hundreds of years, okay? And so now, they want us to trust this vaccine is okay, and that we should take it, and that is good for us. I know that I have some reservations about it. I don't feel, how intuition or whatever you want to call it is kicking in and saying no, it is not a good thing. But I want to ask my family. This particular video is pretty much for my family. Viewers are welcome, but this is for my family basically. Um, how many people do you know? I mean, that you actually know, not hearsay, what someone said that died from COVID. Because I have been in my area where I live pretty much all my life. I've gone to visit other places, but I've never gone anywhere else to live but here. And so we have in my family, we have a lot of people here, and even though we don't get together like I think we should get together, when it comes to funerals, you usually know about funerals. And I haven't had any invited to any funerals that our people died from COVID. How many people do you know that actually died from COVID without all the trumped up um, um, allegations that people have it? I haven't known anyone that died from it. I have two family members that say they had it, and they had gone into the hospital, and they had gone in there, and they was in there for maybe a week or two, and they came out, and now they say they had the breathing problem, that kind of stuff. But then what you have to keep in mind is that we still in the flu season, and every year there's a flu season, and every year there's a number of people that's affected by the flu season. So how many people that you know? Because I even had the luxury of looking at some videos that where doctors and nurses were actually in tears because they were told to say that people had COVID, even though that's not what they died from. It kind of like to get the numbers up for our people. But I don't know anyone. I even did a little experimenting. I had gone down to graveyard, one of the biggest graveyards in the area where I live, And I just sat there in my car, because if at the rate that they're saying people are dying, we should see a huge influx of bodies being taken to be buried. Because even though people are dying and they say it's COVID and they have to be in isolation, they still bury them in the ground, right? Well, I saw no added activity at the graveyards showing that all these people are dying from COVID. And I don't know anyone that died from COVID. And COVID has been going on now, let's see, since December of 2020. And now we're here in February 2021. I don't know anyone. So I'm just saying, family, how many people that that died from COVID? Not hearsay. I know that's going to be a hard question to answer, because a lot of times when people die in the hospital, it usually is a lot of hearsay. But I am hearing doctors complaining about not wanting to lie anymore about people dying from COVID when they're actually not dying from COVID. Okay, so I was thinking about this stuff here, and I got a little. I guess I'm gonna entitle this topic right here. It's going to be 1,000 shall fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but the plague will not come near you. Because this whole situation takes me to the book of Psalms, chapter 91. So I'm going to just read some scriptures from that chapter, not all of them, but some, okay? So the first one here says, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under his shadow of the Almighty." So he that lives in the truth of God, which is the secret place, right? He should abide under the protective shadow of the Most High. And that's verse number 1, chapter 91. Number 2, "I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him will I trust." Okay. Number 3, "Surely he shall deliver you from the snares of the fowlers, and from the perilous pestilence. He shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall take refuge." So this verse here is talking about how God protects you, and you have a place of refuge in him. It's saying that you have a place of refuge, even in your times of the storms in your life. You have a cozy place of refuge in him if you love the Most High, Yahuwah. Okay, so my next verse here is actually verse 4. I didn't quite finish it. It says, "His truth shall be your shield and your buckler." Now, his truth should be your shield and your buckler. That means that his truth is your war of weapon. It's your weapon of war. I'm sorry about that. It's your weapon of war. That's what that means. His truth is your weapon of war. Okay. Also in verse number 4, it talks about, I'm just going to read that one again. "Surely he shall deliver you from the snares and the fowlers." The snares are traps. It's the traps that your enemy set for you. Like, I'm just going to say with this whole thing with the vaccination and this type of stuff, I remember our people being at the forefront. Let the media tell it. We was at the forefront of sugar diabetes. We was at the forefront of the HIV/AIDS epidemic thing. We were at the forefront of heart attacks and strokes and all this kind of stuff. And no one did anything, we always got the same answer: there's no cure, there's no cure. Cancer, we were supposed to have the highest rate of cancer, there was no cure. Now suddenly, these people care enough about us that they're gonna hurry up within 6 months or 8 months or what have you. They got this vaccination, and we are at the forefront of the coronavirus now. So as African Americans, we need to be the first to take it. I get an eerie feeling about it, and I just feel pretty much what this verse here says about a trap set for our people, which says, surely he shall deliver you from the snares of the faller and from the perilous pestilence, and he shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler, which is his truth should be your weapon of warfare. Okay, the next verse here. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night. God is giving you confidence here in this scripture. Don't be afraid, nor the arrows that fly by day. Now, when it talks about the arrows here, the arrows is symbolic of evil. Okay, there's different types of evil. Okay, nor the pestilence that walk in darkness, another form of evil. Okay, nor the destruction that lays waste at noonday. Now I am on verse 7 of Psalms 91, and it says, 1,000 shall fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Now this is what I am experiencing. You know, they're saying that all of these hundreds of thousands of people are falling dead. I don't know any. I don't know any when it comes to my relatives. I don't know any when it comes to even my friends or my co-workers or ex-co-workers. You know, I don't know. I don't hear of anybody, you know, pretty much falling dead from this COVID thing. So I think this particular scripture here is very relevant to, you know, my experience at least. But I'm just kind of putting this video out here because I want to know what's your experience. Put in a comment what your experiences is, okay? Okay, so verse number 8 says, only with your eyes shall you look, and see the reward of the wicked. Now I had gone to one of the beauty stores about a month or two ago, and I don't know these people personally, but from time to time I come in there, and I guess, you know, the guy that was behind the counter, the owner or what have you, he must have thought I was a pretty good person to confide in or talk to. And so he says to me, he said, what do you think about this COVID thing? And I said, well, you know, I really don't think much of anything about it. I say, I hear all this stuff, which it seems like to me is very depressing. Every time I turn the news on, you know, all these hundreds of thousands of people, they're saying that dropped dead from COVID. I don't know anyone that has died. And I really don't know no one who has really had it. But like I said, all I know is a couple of family members that got sick and went in the hospital. And, you know, they was complaining about not being able to breathe. They didn't die. They came out about a week or two later and went into quarantine at their house. And so now, you know, everything is normal at their house again. So I didn't have a lot to say about it. So he said, oh, no. He said, really? I said, yeah, really. I mean, this has been my experience. And he said, well, you know, he's a foreigner. And he says, oh, no, it's real. He said, I had a nephew. My nephew was 32 years old. And he was healthy and strong, weightlifter, the whole bit. Take care of himself, eat right. And he just dropped dead. I said, oh, my God. He said, my brother is a medical doctor. And he said, our people are dropping dead just like flies. And so, you know, when he was telling me that, this scripture right here came to my mind. So let's move on with the scripture, okay? Now I'm on verse number 9. Psalm 91 verse 9. It says, because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you. Because you have made the Most High God, okay? Your dwelling place, meaning that you live in his truth, right? No evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling. That's what I'm experiencing. That's what my family's experiencing as far as I know. No one has called me to come to any funerals because someone died with COVID or been sick from it, actually. Except for 2 people. And 2 people since the whole thing unfolded that I know about it was like in December of 2020. Okay, so I have a couple of more verses I'm going to read here, and then I'm going to be done with this video. Okay, so the next verse I'm going to read verse 14, and it says, because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high because he has known my name. Now what this scripture right here means is that relationship. He have known my name. It's pretty much talking about the most Yahshua HaMashiach. He have known my name. So God is saying that because he have a relationship with me, I will deliver him, and I will set him up on high. And this is what it takes, family. We are focusing on the wrong things. We're focusing on all this stupid worldly stuff. Is just a distraction. All this dancing and singing. And you know, I hate to get on, it took me a long time to kind of get involved with the social media thing, because it was nothing but a lot of idiotic things going on there. Everybody's want to be a star. Everybody's dancing, singing, doing everything. It's a distraction. We are entering into a new dispensation. We are entering into restoration of our reason why we were born, being the predestined. And all we know is who gonna be the next movie star, and who's the biggest rapper, and who to follow with all this ridiculous stuff. We have got to grow up, people. This is our time. Everything else is a distraction. If you don't have a relationship with the Most High Yahuwah, it's a distraction of what you're doing. Okay? So I'm just going to move on here. Just got one more verse to read here. I'm going to go with 14 again. It says, because he hath set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name, meaning he have a relationship with me. He shall call upon me, and I will answer. If you have a relationship with the Most High God, and you call upon him, he will answer. It says, I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. With long life he will satisfy you and show you his salvation. With that, I'm going to end this video. People say, my videos are so long. Your videos are too long. So here we go. Thank you for tuning in again to Biblical Hot Topics. And I hope I'll see you for the next video. Shalom.